Hello, Biafrans. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your location. I am here today once more for us to have a very quick interaction. My people, this is one of the platforms where we bring you the authentic information in anything that relates and touches to Biafra liberation. My people, we do not entertain any violence. We don't encourage it. We are people of liberal mind. We follow the system, we follow the rules, and this is what we do for our freedom. Before I continue, let me thank God. Father Lord, today I will use this very verse. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we fear no evil, for thou art with us. Your rod and your staff, they comfort us." My Lord, it is your rod and your staff that comforts us, we Biafrans. We know that in every situation you will always be there for us, Father Lord. Let your will and your only will, my Lord, be done in this Biafra agitation, because you gave us Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and the enemies of goodwill came and hijacked him, and you provided us with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We ask you, Father Lord, to protect all of them, protect every Biafran, wherever they are, wherever we are. He say, my people, here today, I am here to update us on everything we heard yesterday from one of our elderly man that has his brain right under his skull, that thinks like a human. My people, I have to remind us that I know that many of us, we hear what that man said, and still they will still be sitting on the fence waiting for Nigeria to come and rescue them. And who is this Nigeria? The Fulanis that came from Saudi Arabia. When Saudi Arabians discarded all in North Africa, and as the marauding people that they are, like the gypsies, they kept wandering until they came to the place where they united three nations and called them Nigeria. That Nigeria had a constitution which these same people came and destroyed. He removed referendum, removed so many things. So my people, we have to live. We have to live. For those of you who are still sitting on the fence, you have to join what we are doing. You have to join, because after listening to this, our wonderful elderly man yesterday, it is a big bombshell and very mind-blowing. My people, these people have killed us since 1808, 60 million in that country, in every state, in all the tribes. We cannot be sitting and watching these people destroy our lives. Fulanis are not human beings. They don't care about anything concerning us. Let them go and write it in any paper that Igbos have come to them, and we will rebut it, because Igbo man, as anybody knows them, can condescend to begging the Fulanis. Beg them for what? What exactly are we begging them for? For buying our people, and they kept on killing because they have no feelings for you. All they come there is to settle their people. You can imagine a visitor that will not know that he or she is a visitor. All they have come to do is to take position using the army and the police and the air force in their jet to come and destroy a land that God gave us. The Lord is with us. That's why when they arrested or kidnapped our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God provided us with a wonderful man in the person of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. My people, let us stop wallowing in low mentality and rise up to this challenge. My people, we have to fight and fight and fight, whatever it takes. Fighting for freedom is not fighting for war. You fight with what you tell people. You fight with your resilience, your steadfastness, your consistency. In your word, no is your no, and it is fighting for you. I'm not saying fight with weapon, no. Fight with your strength, with your push, with your gospel. You can fight people with your gospel, not fighting with weapon. No, we don't fight with weapon. We are not fighters. We are developers. We are peaceful people. We love peace. We love human beings. We have respect for others. So, my people, I am here today to remind us that what we heard from that professor yesterday, consensus, it relates to us. We have to work with it. We beg Fulani, rather Fulani should be the one to beg Nigerians and beg Biafra, beg the Oduduwans, beg the Hausas. For all the people they have wasted their lives. Every country is rebuilding, progressing. Our own is to start from the scratch. They have wasted 110 years of our lives from 1914 to 2024. That's 110 years. We cannot continue to be like this. When we have children, our children, what do we have to tell them? Are we not going to leave any legacy for our children? Is that what it means for us? So, my people, we have to really rise up. We have to rise up to do the needful. Biafra must come. It has to come. We have to listen to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, again, to show you people that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has a template. Because when that professor and that Dr. Harford were talking yesterday, he was asking him, you Igbos, Ohaneze, Ndiala, and Ndioshi, that are going to beg the Fulanese, what are your templates? Our Prime Minister has a template that he's following. He has a template. And as he rightly said, we can never take any message that these marauders will always forge and give the Ohaneses, and they will tell you that it is our leader because they know that we listen to our leader. We cannot take it because Onyendu has a template before he left, or before they arrested him. Onyendu was abducted from another country in Africa. Shame on some African countries. Shame on you people. You can never learn. That's why white man will not respect you people. They call you shithole. They call you people who don't have any future because of the way you behave. How can Kenya government be there and they arrest somebody, torture him for 8 days in their own country, and they will allow that to happen to their fellow black man? Shame on Kenya government, shame on Nigeria government. And Nigeria government even went as far as lying that the Interpol helped them to abduct Onyendu. And the Interpol man, I showed it here 2 days ago, he denied that they have no hands in abducting Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot condescend to this cheap blackmail of Ohaneze to go and beg who? Fulani should be the one coming to beg all these nations that they have been killing their people without reason. They are looking for a better ground to settle their people. So, my people, I must be very honest with you. We will walk with what that man said. We are not going to beg the Fulanis. If they ever write it down in any of the gutter newspapers in the zoo, we are here to rebut that presumption, that because it never existed and it can never happen. They have to come and beg us because they are strangers in our land. They are the marauders. They are the ones that should be begging us, not the other way around. Let me play the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our indomitable leader.
We were even, thinking maybe our land started only from a one. Lord have mercy. We are alive and we are direct. Only God can bear us witness, not man. Ohaneze, you were formed in 1976. From 1976 to 2020, how many years in between? Please tell me. Have you built one single memorial to remember those that died? No. But IPOB did it. Ohaneze, why did you not start 30th of May? Why did you have to wait for IPOB to do it? Why? Ohaneze, you never did the whole of Biafra. Why allow IP? Don't you listen to our calls? People come from everywhere. We were even, thinking maybe our land started only from a Ewanke until our brethren from Igodomigodo rose up and said, we are actually the key that opens the key. Did you do it? And did you do it? I came back from England. I traveled to Obunabale in Iguacha to go and meet the traditional ruler to say we are one people. He looked at me and he said, my son, this was in 1999, my son, why are your fathers not here? Why you? He said to me, go and bring your fathers. Serious. Who is now the leader of Mosop, the real Mosop? This one is copycat Mosop. The real Mosop, MOSOP, meant for the survival of the meeting. Ask meeting. Did you see Nnamdi Kanu in 1999 at Niger Street or in Iguacha in 1999? I was in his office. Try in 1999. Right, our people. 1999. Something that they could have done. Or another Yoshi and them.
Yes, my people. Onyendu is very right. How many years ago that Ohaneze was formed. Ohaneze cannot do anything to unite our people. They will be there like fools that they are, talking about things that never existed.
Give us Biafra because we are mad. I'm telling you the truth. If you don't give us Biafra, everybody will go down. When we start our own, Boko Haram will be forgotten. Now there's something called mass up, they are gone. When we start our madness, you see Boko Haram, it will be a child's play. If you know how serious we are, simply give us Biafra and you get away. Go and meet your Alhaji lover who will fuck up your new Sunday. Go there and do it. For God Almighty in that Biafra is his own. That is why we have a place called Arochukwu. And the temple of God will be built that marvel. We are going to build with gold and with silver, with white and black marble from Ebonyi State. We are going to build a temple to God that even God himself will be proud of. That is the meaning of the name of the place, Arochukwu. God in heaven. There is no other place on this earth that God is pronounced as the name of a land. Nowhere else on this world, never, apart from the state of Israel, which means the peace of God. For your information, this is the rich history you want me to throw away. One Nigeria, one Nigeria. You don't know who you are. You don't know how precious you are. You have no idea. And that is why God is angry with us. That is why God is punishing us. That was why God placed us under the feet of cattle raiders, uncircumcised idiots from the desert. All of you are going to die. All of you will perish. All of you will die. You people are out to see the unveiling of the wrath of God on all of you. You want to bring Fulani into my land, into the blessed land of Biafra that God protected for over 5,000 years. You want to come there to build colony, Fulani settlement. Oh dear.
Yes, my people, this Fulani settlement, I showed it here yesterday. I will show it again, where our Prime Minister was warning everyone about what is coming. This is the same way Onyendu warned us that this is what is coming for us. These people are looking for a place to settle down. Onyendu said it. The land that God gave us, Ohaneze want to give it to, hand it in a platter of gold to the Fulanis. All the governors, they will mandate you and be pushing you to give you the land of your own people, and you will push your people away from their farm where they make their living. It's not as if the state pays these people any benefit. They will have to go and farm. Then upon that, you will deprive them of that land. Where do you want them to go and cultivate food that they will eat with their children, simply because you want to please the Fulani Marudas? Anybody that talks, you people will look for the person wherever the person is and bring the person down. To the extent that this hopeless Ohaneze, they went and sent some people to Finland to go and look for our Prime Minister. Shameless people. And Gumi is there, parading around the whole country, asking for 40 trillion because he knows that they will give it to them from the oil proceeds from our land. They will be buying war equipment because these people are warriors in nature. They are very warlike. It's not that they are warlike, they are warriors. They are always buying people, killing human beings like chicken. They will massacre a whole village to come and rename it and settle their people. Onyendu said it. God gave us this land, and we are not going anywhere for foreigners to come and settle in our indigenous home. They have no place in Biafra land. They can go and look for it elsewhere, not in our land. They will not. You people have to watch and see.
Talking about the ISIS, the Boko Haram, the Al Qaeda that is coming, and what you people have also heard. What you see is the logistics. What you see here is the logistics of Boko Haram, sponsored by the Emirates. Are you seeing it? You see all these things in that consignment coming through the northern Nigeria border is what they are using. They are going to use to invent the southern Nigeria. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? The only solution to this madness is the disintegration of Nigeria. Are you supporting it, or you are still waiting until the logistics in this thing you see here begin to descend on you in the southern Nigeria? Oduduwa and Biafra. Are you listening? This beginning. Support Nigeria disintegration.
You people have seen it. You have seen it. This is what the voice we heard yesterday, the man that was telling us, holding a conversation with a doctor. He said to him, you want to go and beg the Fulanese. As what? Beg them for what? Have they begged us for 60 million people they have killed since 1808 that Usman Dan Fodio came to our land? Biafra has to come, my people. Today, our Prime Minister hosted Biafra children in diaspora. And that is how it is going to be after Biafra has been declared and starts working as a nation that it will be. My people, he was educating the children. And these children, Biafra children, they are the future of tomorrow. It is because of them that we are all fighting. Because of them that we are agitating. Because of them is the reason why we are pushing these marauders away from our land. When Biafra comes, Biafra children, this is how they are going to be educated. This is how everything will be done in Biafra land. Nothing more, nothing less, my people. Because Biafra is the only hope we have. The only hope. Let me show you the picture of these children. These are the children, Biafran children. Look at them. Look at Biafra children being lectured. This is what we are. We are developers. We educate our children. We live in a very nice home. We Biafrans, we do not live in the bush. We live in the bush because God gave us land where we have to actually live and raise our children.
With your friends without getting killed or being kidnapped by terrorists or by government agents or by state and non-state actors. That's why we are all fighting for the future, to make sure that your future is protected and secured, to make sure that we provide enabling environment for our children and grow up as children, play, freely, and exercise their right as children and enjoy all the things that the children needed to enjoy for their upbringing, providing adequate security, social amenities, enabling environment, and all that. With this critical thinking that has been displayed today, the leaders of tomorrow is going to be a realistic Biafra government and a Biafra nation. Not like the theoretical leaders of tomorrow that you will be in Nigeria and they will call you leaders of tomorrow. Like some of us, when we were born in the 80s, we grow up and they say we were leaders of tomorrow under Nigeria. Today, many of us are approaching 40. Many who were said to be leaders of tomorrow are in their 60s, yet 80-something-year-old are ruling them. 100-year-olds old age are still parading themselves, and the leaders of tomorrow has become a mirage, Nigeria. So our children will truly be leaders of tomorrow. We are vibrant youth, and vibrant young people will be given the opportunity to showcase their talent, their skills, professionalism, and that's exactly what this government in exile have started laying the foundation to make sure we remember the talent of our children. And today, that journey has started. So I want to give a thanks to the organizers, the organization, Women Peace Organization, that put this particular project today. And of course, the Director General of the Foreign Affairs Department of the Biafra government in Nairobi, the COS, the Minister of Art and Culture, the Women Affairs, Women and Children Affairs, and her group did, and they that have participated in making this particular project a successful one today. And remember that this is what government is all about. Program everywhere. I am still, in another happening here in Finland. And again, today we are going to still have a fundraising. Tomorrow, we also have the talk. And then tomorrow, I'm going to also have a media coverage, which will last about a few hours. So the media coverage tomorrow will last about a few hours from 5 in the evening in Finland time. So there is a lot of program going on, and we will continue to make sure that Biafra liberation is one of the biggest topics all over the world, and of course globally. I want to thank the children in Netherlands, those our loved one in Netherlands. I can see them on the screen. Thank you for making out your time to give this particular project today a very befitting, meaningful, and very colorful. I really appreciate the artwork I've seen from the Netherlands, and the coordinators there. You people have done a very wonderful job. I see the ones with green, black trousers. Many of you, how many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus our Dr. Robi. I want to thank you all especially for adding more color to this particular project today, especially the exercise, a little exercise and some kind of dancing movement I've seen. It is a very good thing that we keep our children, up and doing. So not just sitting and giving them to work and then without exercising to have a blood flow of their body. So this is something that I really like to see, and we'll be looking forward to see this particular project again and again and again. So it is not just only once, and everybody will forget about it. Let us use this opportunity to impact on our children, and then also make them feel the sense of belonging, make them feel that they are indeed leaders of tomorrow, and the development to excel and attain their potential start from recognizing their potential like we have just done today. So everybody here is a winner. Everybody have won. Everybody have done very well. I see the artwork. You have put in your best. And the most important thing is that you participated in this particular exercise today. And so thank you all. And may God bless you. I wish to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pierre.
So my people, you have seen that, and this is how we are going to be raising our children when Biafra comes. Biafra children are going to be fantastic children, being raised in the most wonderful way and most God-fearing way, not raising our children like the Fulanis, who are known as people who don't have respect for human lives. No, we are not. You don't do everything by force. You force people to live, you force people to sleep, you force people to wake, you force people to go hungry. You force people to start behaving in a very abnormal way. No, no, no. This is not what Biafra is all about. The Fulanis will never give you peace. That's the way they raise their children. They don't go to school. That's why a child will grow up. All he knows about is how to carry gun. That is not the right thing to do, and not the right way to raise children. You raise children up in a very peaceful environment, as our PM said, in an enabling environment, so that children will know about love. They will know about respect. They will know about values, how to use things, how to respect and deal with people in a very humane manner. That's what Biafra is going to be. You learn how to say no. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no. This is what Biafra is going to be. You learn how to love others the way you love yourself, to treat others the way you treat yourself, to welcome visitors. Is even in the Bible. God said that we should love visitors, respect orphans, respect widows. God said, if they cry to me, woe betide the person that will annoy a stranger or annoy a widow or an orphan. That's the warning from God. God gave 10 commandments that we should love one another. We should respect him. He gave that 10 commandments to Moses. And Moses was born before Muhammad and Jesus. Jesus said, I haven't come to fight the commandments of Moses, but to give force to it. And for those of us who are Christians following Christ, we have to adhere and comply with those 10 commandments by loving one another, respecting people's feelings, and making your yes to be your yes. Not when you are saying yes to people, you are doing no. You have to make yourself somebody that is worthy of being trusted. That is what we have to teach our children. The legacy. If you are elected to be in an office, you get there, you are allowed 4 years. You cannot fight to remain there after 4 years. That's what goes on in Nigeria. You will just come out and give other people opportunity. And everything that is the constitution of that country, you have to comply with it. But Nigeria is just, they behave like animals. And when you talk, they will start using their knife and their gun on their fellow human beings. Meaning that they are people that does not comply to the rule of God. Let alone the rule of man, which is called law. They don't comply with it. That is not what we want. We want our freedom. We want to survive. That is the situation the Fulanis have put everybody in that country. You must fight to survive. You must fight to live. This is not who Biafrans are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asking for freedom. He is not asking for war. He's asking for freedom and liberty. That is what everybody has. In America, they built a whole massive statue called Statue of Liberty. You go to France, it is the same thing, freedom and liberty. You go to America, Germany, Italy, everybody is asking for their freedom and liberty. Even currently, Ukrainians are asking for their freedom and liberty. This is it. Why would Biafra own be overemphasized before we get our own freedom? It is for the world and for those who care to know, to understand that we are asking for our freedom and our liberty, not for war. So you can imagine where somebody is refusing to dialogue with you, to understand that freedom is inherent, is natural, is from God. God created us. He gave us everything, yet he gave us freedom. He gave us liberty to choose whether you want to follow him as your God or you want to follow the other way. But human beings that cannot create an ant, they are infringing on people's freedom and liberty, forcing you, stealing what belongs to you. The Fulanis are stealing our oil and our gas, selling it at a very high cost. Then in turn, they will use the money to buy helicopter, to canoe aircraft and a jet from America and from all over the world to come and fight our people for doing nothing to them because they want to grab our land. That's the predicament of Biafrans. But God, who gave us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he will save us. He will lead us till we get to this promised land because God gave it to us. God gave us where we live. The North Africans that have found themselves in Biafra land, in the zoo, they will live. One day you will be asking, how do Fulani man look like? How does he look like? How do they look like? You will no longer see them in Biafra land. God will get rid of them using our Prime Minister to get rid of them because our land is for us, not for anybody else. Now, one of the people that they are using to fight us, people who are from one tribe, they will suddenly tell you, oh, I am not one of you, because they are afraid of the Fulanis. That will show you the extent to which these people will go to eradicate indigenous people and displace them. The video I showed here where our Prime Minister was warning us about these people in their trucks coming in their thousands. That video is showing you how they come, they displace people and install their own tribe because they see Nigeria as a fertile ground. No, we are not the weakest link. They can never take our land. They will never take our land. Our land is for us. We Biafrans, nobody will displace us. They cannot. They are trying, but they will not succeed. I know that God is with us. Hello, my brother. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Yesterday was something else. The voice of that wonderful professor is still echoing in my mind. How could a Biafran man like that other doctor, a whole doctor, PhD, go and be bowing down for cattle rearers, begging them that Chukuma or whoever bide their Sadwana evil of Sokoto? These are Marudas. They came from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia threw them out. They went and settled in North Africa. From North Africa, they are now being driven. They are going everywhere. Nwokike. Sorry, Nweke, my brother. Daloso. God bless you. They can never take our land. They can never. Onyendu has said it. If anyone has been listening, you will hear where Onyendu, when I played his voice, was telling you people that you cannot divide us. You cannot split us. They are using Ohanese. Elderly people who are supposed to be bringing us together. Look at today. Our PM, who is not up to 40 years old, he's doing everything systematically. Today, he had a time with the Biafran children in diaspora. He had time with children today because he understands that when we are all gone from this planet, these ones we call children today will become the adult tomorrow that will represent us. Our Prime Minister, his legacy is second to none. Amongst every other thing he has done, the one he did today is the most wonderful. Because these children are the children we are fighting for their freedom, for their liberty. Some of us have stayed here. We don't know when God will call us, but before we go, we have to remind our children. And that's what our Prime Minister did today. Gathered the children together. And this is what we are going to be doing when Biafra comes. So that they will know that they have proud mothers and proud fathers. People they can be proud of. We can never beg the Fulanis. You can imagine them. That is what they want. For us to beg them. Let them go and write it in any newspaper. We will be here to rebut that presumption. It's a lie. We can never. It is the Fulanis who should be going around the whole country to beg for the 60 million people from that 3 nations that they have sent to their early graves. Who is Sadwana of Sokoto? Evil Sadwana and evil Sokoto. They came and displaced people. You can imagine what their great-grandfather did that they are bringing up now. They will not succeed. They will not succeed. And anybody who supports them will go like them. So my people, the little update I have to play you the voice of what is going on now. Because when you don't know what killed your father, instead of asking patiently for a history, little history, you will also cry like your father. Somebody like Dokubo, some of these Biafrans that are denying their origin or denying their indigenous nation because Fulani is carrying them away in military uniform. Hello, brother. Jisike Nwannem Dalusi. God bless you all. When I see you people here, it makes my day. Mfuranu no obi esie m ike, anyị ezu ezu. Ọ mmadụ bụ ibie. Chukwu amekwe ka ndị Biafra jee yọọ ndị Fulani. For what? We can never beg them for anything. Rather, they should beg the Yorubas, beg the Igbos, beg the Edo people, beg the Akwa Ibom people, beg Fulani, Nupe, beg Hausa. They owe us apology. You can imagine, my people, in a nation, you will be calling somebody minority. How can you be referring to your fellow human being as a minority? Says who? Nobody is minority. A man from Warri can be the president of Nigeria, but they will never allow that. They will never allow that. A man from River State can be the president. A man from Cross River can be the president. A man from Edo State can be the president. But they will tell you, oh, outside Yoruba and Igbo. That's all. Who says who? Thank you, my sister Mary, for joining. God bless you all. As I said, Mfuranunu obi esie m ike. Because if I make it or if more, onye na-achụkwa na-aja bụ onye oke mmụọ. Chineke nna bi n'igwe. Maka ọ bụrụ na Chukwu ebiro n'igwe, oge fa jidere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, anyị amafe onye dịka Simon Ekpa. We wouldn't have seen somebody like him. Today he was educating the children. Yes. Anybody ji anyị egwu egwu ma ọ jide this Biafra agitation na egwu egwu, Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-eji onye anwa gwu egwu 3 times. Because we are God's own people. Chukwu fly nanya, we have to appreciate ourselves, appreciate our God. Fulanis are just there as distractors. People who live in the bush, they have no feelings for anybody. We are not related to them. They are Saudi Arabians. Maybe the black Saudis. They drove them away. And they started from Sahel in North Africa. Then somebody who is an indigene will decide and choose to be their slaves and their servants. They will be calling you slave and you will be answering them. By going according to what they ask you to do. They ask real Igbo men or Haneze ndi atụrụ na ndị ewu na ndị ọkụkọ to go and beg them. For what? We can never beg them. Anyama Jonathan di Fulani, any newspaper bulie, I get eba, we want the woku, because if I are connected to Facebook and YouTube, where the world listens. Some people sleep on Facebook the whole day. Some people sleep on YouTube. We will be here to rebut that presumption because it never existed. They are marauders. In the UK, they call people like them gypsies. They are the African gypsies. They have no home. Now, Buhari gave them the opportunity. Buhari Gabia Nibo. Well, you can imagine in your some people from Igbo that are in that their military, they will not be posted there. They will post them to Kaduna, and they will bring their own people na Igbo. Oh, Simon Ekpa is the one killing. IPOB is the one killing. Whereas they are Fulanis committing all these atrocities, splitting us, dividing us. And somebody from Ikwere or from River State that is still an Igbo man, he cannot rule Nigeria because you call them minority. Who gave you the mouth to pronounce anybody as a minority? Everybody, God created us all equal. Nobody is minor to anyone. That is not what Igbos represent. Who are we to call anybody minor? Let alone Riti, minority. That's what the tactics they use, divide and rule. That somebody like Asari Dokubo, somebody like Tompolo, they will all come down to begging the Fulani man to give them the title of a security man, guiding pipeline from your father's land. You cannot think. You cannot reason. You cannot stand up to your right and push them back to North Africa where they belong. They came and splitted everybody into pieces. Nobody agrees with each other. This is what they do. These people, they have no job. All the job, they like to sit down in an office, stealing money. Go and see all the names in the American bank. Buhari, Aisha Buhari, their daughter. Each and every one of them saved up to 30, how many billions of dollars from our oil money. And they left us impoverished. Then somebody from that place where the oil comes from, in the name of Asari Dokubo, will bring himself out to be a saboteur. You also, when he was wielding a gun, saying that his grandfathers were selling us, that he will finish us. He even trained the one they call Special Force and gave to Tinubu when Tinubu was campaigning. Now, because of what Tinubu has done to him, Tinubu disappointed him. He's having heart attack. That's what Onyendu said. You don't know us. We are children of God. If you touch us, if you touch the Biafrans, you are touching direct children of God. Children of God. God is our forefather. Like you people have your Sadwana of Sokoto or Usman Danfodio. Our own father is Jacob. God is one of the 7 sons of Jacob. So anything you do to us, God will give it back to you. Woto woto. And in fact, we are not going to wait for God to come and fight for us, because we are equal to the task. We are fearless because we know that we are children of God. We know that we serve God. We know that we believe in God. We are not atheists. Those who pretend. So my people, this very day is a day that the Lord has made, and it is marvelous in our eyes, and we are glad in it. The day that Mazi Simon Ekpa was given to us by God. Let no Biafran, those of you who are calling yourself saboteur, you better repent. Because when these people finish with anybody, you will be the next. You will be the next. They won't leave you. They will not leave anybody at all. Our Prime Minister and his cabinet, they are doing wonderfully well. Like our nature, we have values. We respect people. He is doing everything systematically, step by step. We are not radicals. Our brain is screwed properly well inside our skull. We like to take things one after the other. Our Prime Minister can just come and make a sentence, oh, I have declared Biafra. No, he wants everything to go systematically in order, properly. A nation where you see men and women with their brain intact. Because this, they say common sense is not common because it is not sold in the shop. No matter how rich you are, you can never go to any shop, be it Harrods, the most expensive shop in the United Kingdom. Americans come there all over the world, Saudi Arabians, they come to Harrods. You can never see any section that sells what they call sense and sensibility. It is given by God, and we have it. Nobody will deny that. We Igbos, we Biafrans, anyị bụ nwugo. Mmiri na-ama nwugo na nwugo arụ. You people have done enough. Enough is enough. Biafra must come. You see this time, nothing is stopping it. With this Prime Minister that God gave us, oh, Biafra, the day it will be declared great history in the world will be made that day. You know, my people. So, let me play you people this voice of my media colleague that captured news. You know, we all share each other's news so that it will keep going viral and people will be learning from it.
Looks paralyzed with a stroke. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 3rd of May 2024, and I have a video clip for you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, the time for every individual who has spoken ill against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Mazi Simon Ekpa, and above all, against the Biafra liberation struggle to gather right here, because I have a message for all of you. I have a very, very strong and all-important message for you. If you have ever spoken ill against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you have ever caused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you have ever come against the liberation of
Wow,
Biafra,
my sister,
the restoration of Biafra land,
how are you?
I want you to pay very good attention to this very broadcast, because it is very,
Thank
very
you for
important.
joining
And
Ada
I will
Biafra.
advise you moving forward. I will advise you for the next line of action, because you are a carnal-minded individual, then you believe that what we are doing is for carnal-minded individuals like you. You cannot reason what we are doing carnally. You can't do that. If I never be more, if you are not in the spirit, if you do not operate in the same frequency, you cannot understand what we are doing. You
Yes.
can't understand it.
Thank
Some
you.
of you go on social media, you rant, You talk ill against Mazin Namdekan, you mock him, you threaten him. I will mention few names and of course advise them. But before that, let me play this very 14 minutes clip of video for you. I want you to pay attention, watch this very video, and of course, listen to my analysis because it's going to be very, very critical and of course a very important message to all of these individuals that I will be mentioning their names moving forward. Those who have in one way or the other mocked and threatened Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch the video, pay attention, don't go nowhere, we still have more in the kitchen. Now, if you look through this place, the person you are seeing here, I want you to follow the mouth. This person you are seeing here is Asari Doko. Look at him. Look at him here. I want you to look through this place, in between this pillar and this wall here. I don't know, this looks like a vehicle. I think this is a airport vehicle. Now, look in between here, you see Asari Doko, the way they held him. I want you to see. You see? And this is in a foreign land. This is a foreign land. He has been flown out of the country, out of the zoo for a medical treatment. Look at him. You see how they are holding him. He can't even walk. He can't. That's why I use the title.
My people, you see, from the video audio we listened to yesterday, every meaningful Biafran or somebody from the zoo, Oduduwa and Ariwa, the real owners of that portion of area of West Africa, before we were rudely amalgamated by Florence Shaw and Lord Lugard. They did it to please the Fulani because they are wanderers. Fulanis are black Saudi Arabians, and they drove them away because of their evil nature of fighting and killing. These are people who don't like anything good. They live in the bush. We don't. My people, they came all the way from North Africa, Sahel to be precise. They came to Nigeria, Usman Dan Fodio, 1808, started buying people. From that man's voice yesterday, he calculated that Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, all the Edos, the Deltas, the Nupe, the Gwari, everybody that they have buyed in that country. They cannot bring themselves down to go and beg these people and apologize for us to live in peace. No, rather they want to twist it the other way around. And somebody born in that country will have the effrontery to come and be castigating somebody who is asking for freedom. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking for a referendum for freedom of his people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never asked for fight. Asking for freedom is not asking for fight. It's like when you go to the market, ndị Igbo si na nkem bụ ụzọ afịa. Onye bịara ikwego ọnụ afịa, ọ bịara izugo ori, ịtụgharịa sị na ọ bụ onye ori. Maka na isi ya na ị na-ele ife 10 naira, ọ sị gị lesini ya 5 naira, isizi ya na ọ bụ onye ochi. They want to Islamize Nigeria, Fulanize Nigeria, and the way they are going about it, Onyendu said no. He was with Uwazurike. He left Uwazurike. Even Uwazurike started attacking him when he left, because Uwazurike became so compromised that he took money from them. What they like is to build house, build hotel, build them houses. When your brothers are crying, you forget about the tears of mothers losing their innocent sons. And then you don't remember that it was the same way Cain and Abel, one of them killed each other. And God said that the blood of your brother is crying in my ears. Everybody, money, 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 money. Look at it. Asari even boasted when Onyendu was rendition from Kenya back to Nigeria illegally. You abducted your own brother. He boasted that he was the one who fished Onyendu out. Now, the last thing I heard from Asari was that he wants to be the leader of Biafra. That he will own us if we make him the leader. You can see how fat he is. I was telling somebody one day that this man, that he won't live long. I'm not cursing him. But his heart, somebody who is that big, is very evident that the heart finds it hard to breathe because the heart has been covered by fat. It's very natural for you to tell what will happen in their health. He was too big. And he doesn't reason. He doesn't even know how to use that money that the Fulanis give him to go and reduce his size. All he is after is to kill the Igbo man that his father used to sell us as their slaves. That's what a sensible person will be talking about your own brothers. To please a Fulani cattle rearers that lives in the bush. They will bring their cow. They will stop our people from, because we are predominantly peasant farmers. Yes. I used to go to farm as a child. Even when I was in the secondary school, weekend I will go to farm with my family. It does not remove anything from me. Yes, because our people, they like to live a lie. I used to go to farm with my father's first wife. My mother was a politician. I don't know whether I'm taking after her. But that other one, my father will mandate us to go to farm with her. It does not remove anything from you. You still can go to school. Uncle Ben's rice is from a farmer, an American. So my people, this farm is what our people use in training their children in school, because there's no free education in the zoo where our people are still trapped until Biafra is declared this year. Then somebody like Asari, you will support these people, all the governors, they will be given land that we don't have. We are more than the Hausas and the Fulanis in the north, but they have mass land. And these people, they go abroad by the special grace of God. Some of them travel abroad. You can never see cattle in any of the streets in America or in Germany, in France, or in Italy. They have ranches. So they have wider space of land more than the southerners. But because these people, their nature is to divide and rule, kill and kill, divide and rule, kill and kill, send mothers to kill the children, send the children to kill the mother. This is their nature. Our governors will be giving our lands where our people are farming. The other day, I showed you people where women were protesting. Hello, Abia the best. Thank you for joining. They were protesting in Enugu State because of what happened last Sunday. Their land, that this governor now, who even studied in the UK, has no brain to calculate that these people should not be coming to do ranching in Biafra land. The women were protesting. So instead of going to do ranching, They will come and destroy their crops with their cattle, give them AK-47. Then somebody from the southeast, where the oil comes from, the oil that made Nigeria known all over the world, oil and gas, crude and everything, in the person of Asari Dokubo. You will join marauders to bring your people down. They will call us slaves. We are their slaves. How dare the Fulanis? That's why they grabbed Onyendu. But because God is with us, he provided us with Simon Ekpa. He provided us with Simon Ekpa. Everybody, anybody that does not believe in what we are doing should hit the roof and get yourself out of our midst, because God will always locate you. Even if you are inside your grave and you are fighting against us, God will come there and nail the coffin again. That's what is happening to Asari now. We want our freedom. It's simple. We are not asking for war. But no, visitors to our land are now using our own brothers, to fight us. And the fly-by-night media, they will be reading their news. You people are the ones killing yourself. Says who? They are the ones after us. We want freedom. We don't want war, because we love life. We are people that enjoy life. We celebrate everything. We celebrate when people are giving birth to. We celebrate elderly men when they are dead and buried. We celebrate marriage. Even when somebody goes to learn how to trade, because that is our part of our culture. One master can train 4 boys, and when they are being freed, they will settle them. We celebrate it, both families. So we value life. We have value system. But no, somebody from Southeast will be sabotaging his people. Even Nyamodu, he made it open that anybody who will fight the Fulanis, that he will sabotage the person. Can you imagine? And when I was in the zoo, me and Nya, we are very good friends. He told me that he was a Biafran army to overnight, because they are busy trying to impoverish us, the one they call economic jihad. They will burn our business. They will come and set it on fire. They will go to the bush and cripple our crops just for us to go hungry. Exactly what they did to us during the war. Even Caritas that were bringing cornmeal and egg yolk and all that stockfish, they have nowhere to land. But they will go and land at Uli Airport. Now they are still doing the same thing in a very, very stylish manner. Using all these tiny, tiny rats. These they are Boko Haram that looks like rats. They will tell you that they have repented and give them uniform. License to kill. 007, doing 007 game in our land. They will go to Izombe. They will burn houses. They will burn businesses. The one they call a kututu. Everywhere. Then somebody like Asari Dokubo, do you people know? Remember that Asari used to work with Onyendu. Asari ate Onyendu's 20 million. 20 million, he said to Onyendu, give it to me. I will use it to go and buy something for our gallant men. Onyendu send him to where he will go and get that money. When Onyendu came out, he denied. That's how their quarrel started. Because Asari, you see how big he is. He's the eating type. Stomach infrastructure. Today, they are carrying him on a stretcher. So, anybody that does not know what blood is like, your brother's blood, your brother's life, you want to sabotage. Listen to this Asare Dokubo situation now.
Take a look at breaking news. Asare Dokubo in critical condition. Looks paralyzed with a stroke. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom. And it. Some of you go on social media. In between here, you see Asare Dokubo, the way they held him. I want you to see. You see? And this is in a foreign land. This is a foreign land. He has been flown out of the country, out of the zoo for a medical treatment. Look at him. You see how they are holding him? He can't even walk. He can't walk. That's why I use the title, Looks Paralyzed with Stroke. I'm not starting, I don't know what it is. I don't know the nature of the illness. And let me make this very, very clear that I am not mocking him in this condition. So you don't say, nobody knows tomorrow, it could be your turn tomorrow. I understand that nobody knows tomorrow. So I am not in any way mocking Asare Dokubo with sickness. No. Actually, the main reason why I'm making this very record, this very moment, is to send a great message, a very important message to other people which I will be mentioning their name, and if necessary, play some of their videos during the course of this very broadcast. So it is very, very important and, of course, imperative for all of them to pay very, very good attention to this. You can see your Asare Dokubo. Your Asare Dokubo is today a person that cannot even walk on his own without the help of two individuals. You can see it. You can see through the video. Now, having said this, let me send a great message to everybody. Before sending this very message, I want to remind you the activities of Asare Dokubo so far. Asare Dokubo has been a thorn on the flesh of all Biafrans, especially not all Biafrans. I cannot say all Biafrans. Let me say all Igbos. Asare Dokubo has been a thorn on the flesh of every Igbo man. Asare Dokubo has been a thorn on the flesh of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Asare Dokubo has been a thorn on the flesh of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Even though he has no influence, even though he can't do anything, even though he only rants, he can't do anything. But his utterances and his idiocy on social media has constituted nuisance, uncontrollable nuisance on social media, distracting a lot of people. As if that is not enough, Asare Dokubo has found his way into the midst of DOS, into the camp of DOS, and the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including the expelled criminal lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Asare Dokubo found his way to mingle with not just only the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the ex-wife, because I'm very, very certain she's getting a divorce once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out.
Yes.
That one I can give you guarantee.
Yes.
Mark my word today.
Mazi must get rid of that
She's getting a straight divorce without any compensation once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. That one I can guarantee you. So Asare Dokubo opened his mouth. Listen, because here we don't do bogus allegations. We don't lay allegations on innocent people. Listen, let me reiterate. Asare Dokubo opened his mouth, and said that the wife, he was in a meeting with the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and the family member, the parent of the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was a video. I'm sure everybody watched it. So you don't have to tell me, where's the video? Because that video trended more than 1 month. That very video trended more than 1 month on social media. So I believe all Biafrans saw it. He said it, that he had a meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and the parent of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife, where they were telling him how, of course, how successful their operation was. And this thing happened few months after the kidnap and rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the zoo. Now, Asari Dokubo has gone on to threaten to take the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has gone on to threaten to deal with Mazi Simon Ekpa. He has sent his Asawana terrorist organization or terrorist group to Imo State in collaboration with Hopu Zodema and slaughtered innocent Biafrans until the Biafra Liberation Army took charge of Imo State and sent many of them to judgment while others ran back to Bayelsa and Rivers State. Now, Asari Dokubo, I don't have to mention his activities, you all know. But because of this, his situation, remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS custody, even though he's having issues with his health because of his condition and also the beating that he received from the terrorist organization that kidnapped him in Kenya. But at least, I can categorically tell you today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is healthier than Asari Dokubo because nobody holds Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like this or even assist him to walk.
My people, you know, Onyendu is a prophet. The only difference is that he doesn't have a church. But church is different from a building. They call it, Calabar people call it Ufokabas, house of God. The real church are the human beings. That is what some of us don't understand. There are differences between church and house of God. We are the church of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people are the church. That's what it means. All this Latin and medieval way of pronouncing things. Church are the group of people. The congregation are the church. The building itself is house of God. So, our prophet is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. You see? Anything, zoo can never know peace as long as they are detaining the man of God in Onyendu. Because Onyendu doesn't do anything whenever he's talking to us. That's where I learned my own. Before I start this, sometimes I forget, but before I start this program, I must pray to God. I learned it from Onyendu. Onyendu is a wonderful man. Everything, if you roll this video back, you will hear what Onyendu said. Onyendu was talking about Ohaneze, and I use that voice because it relates to what Ohaneze did that we played yesterday. And when he did that video was 2020. That is what is playing up today. A man that can have power to tell you what will happen tomorrow is a prophet. Because what prophet, the real meaning, somebody who can prophesy about what will happen tomorrow. I know that many of you are educated, but my people, you know why I do this? Our people can forget very easily. Because if our people are very sensible enough, they will remember that Ojukwu came to them in Satellite Town. How many years ago that Ojukwu died? But you can imagine when he told them, when he was alive. He came to them at Satellite Town. Sifa, ndi Igbo, ndi nzuzu. Ndi Igbo, ndi nzuzu. Ugboro ne ka m gwara unu ife a, o sifa na ugboro ito. Ke ife unu na-emeba unu bịa unu na wuchi aja. How much will you spend iji wuchi ani aja na Lagos? Iwuchisi aja iluo uno. Ilusia uno kita na Demolition na akukpo na agbafia ndị Igbo niile dị na Lagos oku. Buy it, empty land. At this dispensation, you can sell from anywhere. Do you know that Amazon is one of the richest men in the whole world? He has no shop. It's only online sales. But no. So, if you touch the man of God, Onyendu, you are joking. You are joking with your life. For those of you who come to Biafra to look for money, I'm not one of you. I'm not looking for any money. Even if you're a billionaire, one day you will go and leave all the money. I don't care about your money. That's exactly what that professor yesterday said, that he has no kobo in his bank. Our people forget easily. That's why we do what we do. We have to be talking every day, for our people to remember. Not that you are not educated or that you haven't heard it. You may have heard it, but our people forget easily. That's one thing with Fulanis. When you are working or fighting with somebody, you look at your counterpart and see what they are doing, how they are practicing, what their father, Saduana of Sokoto, left for them. Usman Danfodio left for them since 18-something, before 19-something. This man yesterday spoke to us and said that in 1935, they kpai the Igbo. In 1945, they kpai the Igbos. In 1962 or 63, they killed the Yorubas. 1966 again, they continued. They even imprisoned the Awolowo on treasonable felony. These Fulanis, they did not start today. Then you want us to come and beg you. Beg them for what? Who are they? Imagine the effrontery. They have the audacity to tell us to come and beg them. Says who? We can never beg them. So this way it is for Asari now is the way it will be for anybody that have been sabotaging Onyendu. Those of you who came to Biafra agitation to make money, your plan is dead on arrival. Because somebody like our prime minister, he doesn't send anybody. If you make film, he will deal with you there and then. And he's a very young man. He doesn't care. What he wants is the freedom of his people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a fighter. Our prime minister is not a fighter. We are peace-loving tribe. We are peace-loving tribe. We are developers, not destroyers.
Now, having said this, I want to show you a video. In order to remind you. Now, you all know this boy on the screen, right? This very boy called Shehu Kuti. There's a comment or statement he made against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm about to play it right now. That particular place where he made that comment about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life. I want you to pay attention.
The question I've asked them over 2 years, 18 months ago. Now in this video, begin show disrespect to my papa. He said, my father like chicken. Inside said, first of all, inside said, my father a free man, surrounded by his family. But I guarantee you, Nnamdi Kanu, I said, like a chicken. My father a free man, surrounded by his family. But I guarantee you, Nnamdi Kanu, I said, like a chicken.
Did you hear that? He said, he guarantee us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will buy inside cell like a chicken. I don't care about his fight with the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Maintenance, I don't care about his fight with him. But my concern is for him to sit through and make that comment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is my problem with him. So anybody who knows him, anybody that knows him, should tell him there is something we call guinea fowl. In Igbo language, we call it okwa. So okwa nekweba na aru okuko, noko wanne gi. Guinea fowl should look at where they are roasting chicken because they are in one family. Then there's another boy called Ijele. His name is Ijele Speaks. Ijele Speaks has made many unbelievable comments, utterances, affecting the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well. Ijele Speaks. Igbo, you are an Igbo man. This one, I don't have to translate it for you because you are an Igbo man. Although I'm aware that he is in cell at the moment because of his case with Ebukobi. You threaten to buy Mazenam Dekano also, just the same way this idiot here said. I don't care, you may have issues with us, no problem. You may have issues with the way we are fighting for freedom, no problem. But for you to open mouth and say that Mazenam Dekano will buy, there's a time he even made a casket. He made a casket and posted it on social media saying that is him. He himself, not Mazenam Dekano, but himself. You may think it's over because it's been a long time that you did that, but I want to tell you, look at Asari Dokubo. Of course, he may recover. He has been flown outside of the country. He may recover and come back. But I want to tell you, it is not over yet. Once you bless Israel, you will be blessed. If you curse Israel, curse shall be unto you. Thank you, my people.
Yes, my people. Today, I really don't intend, it's 1 hour, 31 minutes now that I started. Initially, there was nobody here, but I know that weekend is when most of us, especially mothers, the fathers, they have free way to recreate their mind, but mothers, they use a weekend to arrange for the next day in their families. So I don't intend to stay more than this. I just heard this, that Asari is hospitalized, coupled with the fact that our wonderful Prime Minister had a day today with Biafran children. I decided to come and let us hear about it. Any little thing I hear, I will always come to talk with my people. And as I said, Biafra is our religion, and we have to continue to evangelize. My people, we are wonderful people. The world, they are listening. They know everything that is going on. Just one simple thing, their interest. It's not their individual interest, though. Their individual interest and their collective interest as nations to be light and gas, crude oil in their place, using ndị nzuzu, ndị Fulani na ndị ofe mmanụ na-achị Nigeria. Hello, my sister. I'm almost on my way out. Thank you for joining. So why we come here all the time is to remind our people that we have a task at hand. Our task is simple. We are asking for our freedom and liberty, bearing in mind that any country we have scattered all over the world, but those places we are, go and ask about their history. They may have fought one way or the other to gain their freedom and liberty. But in Nigeria, we are fighting for survival because the people we are asking to leave us and let us go, they are not humans. Professor Ngozi called them animals. That's people who behave like animals that eat each other. It is not in our nature. We have to take our leave out of Nigeria. Your sabotage cannot make Nigeria one. Your sabotage cannot bring peace to that country. And your further sabotage can never change Fulanese from their nature. From what we heard that our elder father say yesterday, the professor, I will always play that video because it is going to be my constant reminder. How they pied everybody in that country. And we should all stop this idea of calling people minority, because he said it there in his video. If I have to analyze that video, I will spend a week, because I will analyze every piece of statement he made. He said that Emmanuel Iwanyanwu would not want to leave that position, or would not want to include Igbos in River State, because he does not want anybody to oppose him. Who said that somebody from River State cannot rule Nigeria? Only Fulanis, because they are not part of us. You cannot be calling people or addressing human beings like you as minority. Who gave you the right to call somebody a minority? Nobody is minority. God has created us to be one, to love one another. If you don't love somebody, leave them alone. Nobody has right over anybody. We are all equal. The only thing we can do extra is to show people respect. At least as your elder, yes. We all came to this world differently. That does not mean that we are not equal. We are equal before God. But when we come here and see by age, you respect people. In my family, my father married 2 wives. So he taught us how to respect anyone that, my father's wife, some of her children are older than us, and some of us are older than some of her children. We respect each other till tomorrow. My half-brother, he is a PhD. He died in America, 20th of December. He was buried last Friday. We all had a common WhatsApp group to plan for his burial. No division. We are all the same. And that is what Biafra stands for. We are not asking for war. We are asking for our freedom. So when Biafra comes, somebody from Mogoja can be the president of Biafra. Somebody from River State can be the president of Biafra. Somebody from Warri can be the president of Biafra. Nobody. In fact, in Biafra land, we don't have such word as minority or no minority. That is what the Fulani brought to split us. In Warri, they have oil deposit there. Why can't they rule Nigeria? In River State, they have oil deposit there. In Calabar, they have oil deposit. Why can't they rule Nigeria? But they will call them minority, so that you will start feeling sorry for yourself. My people, we should stop that. Nobody is servant to anybody. We are all the same. That's what Biafra stands for. Transparency, inclusiveness, and you have to show it, not just saying it by word of mouth. You have to practicalize what you preach. The simple and the nitty-gritty of the whole thing is that God gave Moses 10 commandments. Yes. Oh, my brother, now that I'm about to leave, thank you for joining. The nitty-gritty of this preaching I am making now is that Moses received 10 commandments from God. And there is nowhere God said that anyone is less a person than the other. So go through that 10 commandments every day and ask yourself, which one of these have I omitted? You cannot be preaching for peace and you will be making war. That's not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. And that's not what Simon Ekpa stands for. Simon Ekpa is following Onyendu's template. If you don't love Simon Ekpa, you don't love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and don't pretend about it. You have heard what Biafra Unite said here, that Onyendu, when he comes out, that he will divorce Akunakuna or Onano and marry a sensible wife, a woman that will be standing by her husband. The other day, she was taking pictures with Onye, your husband, Echolo. See, no, they represent you of Ijegini Akurune se photo. that girl. Amara m ife na-emi n'isi echi ọ sị na ya na-eje redio Biafra. Ya jee ka o kwuo nke ọ ga-ekwu, onwe nke o kwufọ. Ọ kwasara ịdọka ugbo bụ ife a na-ebugharị kịta. Etu ọra ka ezi. Anybody na sabotage Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Arụa ma fọkwa onye anwa. Onye ndu is a prophet. Onwere ife ga-emie. The same thing goes to Simon Ekpa. You know, he has come like Simon of Arimathea that helped Jesus to carry the cross. Look at everything he has been doing for us. Just one after the other, he's taking us genuinely and straightforwardly to Biafra. Though it's not difficult, it's not easy, my people. Sorry for that word, I made a mistake. It's difficult, it's not easy, but he is like shouldering the responsibility. Thank you, Emenike. So, my people, I will have to leave you here. We have said a lot. Anything that you don't understand or you don't know how to do, beckon on your brother or your sister. We are all the same. Don't allow Fulani to scatter us or to split us or to destroy our relationship with one another. After all, Jewish people and Germans, they fought during the time of Hitler. Today, you know, that time when I came to UK first, I was seeing Jewish people, they drive a Volvo made by, is it these people where Red Cross comes from? That's the people that produces Volvo. But the Jews and the Germans, they settled. So the Jews now drive Mercedes because Mercedes car is produced by Germans. We can settle with Nigeria tomorrow, but they should wait. Let us get our Biafra, settle ourselves first. The same thing with Britain and America. They fought, but they are now good friends. Abacha also, Agobazia Mile. My people, I will see you tomorrow by the special grace of God. I wish you all a very wonderful weekend. Emenike and Diane, you can go and rewind. Don't worry, I will send you the this video so that you will hear everything I said and the video. What Onyendu said, the initial video I played, and what our PM said, and his meeting with the children of Biafra. Thank you so much, and God bless all of you. Ndị be anyị unu elozokwana. Onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu alarụ n'ụla. Julie, I will get back to you. You understand? My wonderful sister, I love you all. Great Biafrans. Ndị m ji eme ọnụ. Igbo kwenu, yeah. Bye from here.